So like 2 videos ago, the topic was my fear of failure. Well, I'm gonna stick with that fear theme, and today we're gonna do fear of success. Now, way back when I filmed my first video, my first official video, I said the main reason why I hadn't been posting long form on YouTube was because I was scared. Well, that fear, being scared, there were different reasons behind it. One of them was the fear of success. I'm not trying to sound like I'm full of myself, like I think I'm gonna blow up overnight or some shit. I am saying I'm actually scared of that. You hear of people who literally blow up overnight because the algorithm decided to push out one of their videos and it had a great response, people subscribe, and they go from like 10 to 10,000 overnight. That is something I don't want. I do not want to go viral. I have gone viral on Instagram. I made a really stupid reel last year, 2 years ago, and it went viral. And that was just for a short form video. I can't even imagine what it would be like for a long form video. And there's several reasons why I don't want to go viral with long form. I don't really have a ranking for any of these reasons, but one of them is I don't want to attract just anybody to the channel. I don't want just anybody and everybody subscribing off of one video. I want people who watch a video of mine and it's like, I like that chick. Let me follow. Let me see what else she's got. And they like me for me, that they actually like what I have to say, that they actually think I'm funny, they actually think we have lots in common, and that's what I want. I want the community. I want the community of like-minded people who like me for me, who want to interact, who want to talk on Instagram DMs, because YouTube doesn't have DMs, unfortunately. And it's like, that's what I want. People who genuinely want to be here, who want to share their stories with me, who want to get to know me, and to just have the community. I didn't actually script out this video, so we are winging it right now. Another thing I'm scared of with success, going viral, is it takes away my ability to learn at a steady rate. I've actually heard of large accounts who shared their story and was like, I blew up within 6 months and I was so excited for my large following, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to do with that following. Me, I am here for the long game. I want a slow, steady growth. I enjoy that I am in a phase right now where I get so excited with every subscriber. Every single time I see my number go up by 1, I am so excited. And even though I've been helping manage my husband's YouTube channel for, I think, 3 years now? Are we going on 3 years? I've been doing this for a few years now, but I know there's still so much I can learn. And because my channel is so different from his, even though I have some familiarity with YouTube, it's almost like I'm still kind of starting from scratch, learning from scratch with my channel. And growing at a slow, steady rate means I can take the time to actually immerse myself with learning, gaining the experience slowly and steadily. I'm not just being thrown into something and struggling to stay afloat. That analogy made sense in my head. I'm not sure if I said it correctly for it to make sense to you, but I hope you get it. Something I realized with making these videos, lately I've been having issues with filming. I will like sit down in front of the camera to film. I may or may not have my script written out, and there's something holding me back and I can't figure it out. So then I go and talk to Nico and he gives me a little pep talk, and it's like these videos have become an unintentional therapy session. Like with each, there's been like 3 or 4 videos now where I've had to sit down with my husband and he helps me talk things through, and I'm just like getting these epiphany moments like, oh my God, that's why I have imposter syndrome. Oh my God, that's why I'm struggling to say something in front of the camera. That's why I'm struggling to talk through this, even though it's my own experience. He's had to help me make these realizations. And to be transparent, I've never been to therapy, but I honestly envisioned this is what therapy is essentially like, talking it out and like having these aha moments of like why something is the way it is, why you're having a hard time dealing with something, etc. I've been having a lot of these moments lately. I actually wasn't gonna do this video for a few more weeks. It's a topic that I've had written down on my list, but it wasn't scheduled. I didn't have it planned for a few more weeks, but because I had a talk with him for the last video, like the last video wasn't even what I originally planned. I forget what I originally planned it to be, but so when I had a talk with him over my being stuck of filming the last video, something he brought up, he said that I continuously mentioned being scared of success. Over the last few talks we've had regarding my filming sessions, I don't know what to call it, my filming rut, I don't know what to call it. Whenever I get stuck filming, I go talk to him. He says I've been mentioning fear of success repeatedly. I didn't know I was repeating that. And after he mentioned that, I actually realized I had a conversation with someone on Instagram about fear of success. So here we are addressing it, trying to get ahead of it and face it head on. Because maybe if I vocalize it to all of you, I can accept it more and get over it. So my biggest fear with being successful, I suppose it kind of branches off with the whole gaining subscribers, followers that aren't necessarily, they don't realize what you're actually about. They follow you off of one video and they have this wrong impression of what your channel is, and then they unsubscribe. But also it's just gaining attention, which sounds weird because most people would probably be like, well, you're putting out a video. That means you want attention. You're putting out content. You clearly want attention. I don't necessarily want the attention. My drive for this is to build the community, build the connections, and to just help people in whatever way I can. It's not necessarily for attention. I really hope I'm staying on track and not jumping around too much because again, I don't got a script. What I mean by I don't want the attention is while I'm still small, I know I have very minimal eyes on me. I suppose it's time to get honest. When I say I have minimal eyes on me, I know that the likelihood of someone I personally know in my life seeing this video is very slim to none. I do have a handful of people that follow me, but like honestly, I don't even know if they watch my videos, which is totally fine because I kind of don't want people who know me to follow me or see my videos because they're not my target audience. So I don't find that as like, oh, they're not supportive or anything like that. I just really want my target audience to see my videos. And that's something I want to touch base on also. I'm not saying virality is the definition of success on YouTube. I am just using that as an example because for me, it's helping me explain all these other points. But like if I were to go viral, that means there's gonna be a shit ton more eyes on my video. And even though the world is large, even though the population that has access to the internet, that uses YouTube, watches YouTube is very large, going viral just increases the chance of someone I know in my personal life seeing my video. And it's not the sole thing that's scaring me of being successful, but it is one of the things making me very nervous about success. Continuing on with virality equals more eyes on me, it also just brings more negativity, more potential negativity to my content, my channel. And I'm gonna be real with you. I am shocked that I have not received, I don't think I've received a single negative comment yet on my long form videos since I've started posting last November. And I'm truly, truly shocked because I was posting shorts for months and months and months, like 6 months minimum, consistently every single day, well, like 5 times a week. And I would get some nasty ass comments. And I, along with a lot of other people I would talk to, were just like, why does YouTube have so many nasty people? Like, some of the comments I've gotten are completely unhinged. And also they don't even make sense because it'll be completely irrelevant to my actual video. So I'm just like, what are you even spewing on about? But I was fully prepared to be receiving hate comments on my long form. I was very excited when I had a video that like got up to 1,000 views because I'm a teeny tiny channel. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna wake up one morning and there's gonna be some comments that are just bashing on me for whatever reason. Maybe they don't like my hair. Maybe they don't like that I wear makeup, or maybe they don't like that I don't wear enough makeup, or they don't like my clothes, or, you know, it's like these hate comments never have anything to do with the actual content. Or maybe they actually will watch the content and have something to complain about, you know? So I was like hardcore ready for it. And I haven't gotten anything yet, which I'm thankful for, because that means that people watching or choosing to watch, choosing to comment, like it's helping people. And I'm so thankful and grateful that my videos have meant something to some people, because that's all I want. I just want to make any sort of impact to at least one person per video. And I am like so happy. So anyone that comments, just know that like I read them, and I am so happy if you find it relatable, if you find it helpful, if you just think I'm entertaining, if anything. On the flip side, with negative comments, I do actually find them hilarious to a degree, because it's just like you took time out of your day to type up some nonsense to send it to a stranger in hopes that it'll tear them down. While 90% of the time I do find hate comments funny because they don't make sense, there's grammatical errors, spelling errors, they are just spewing nonsense to spew nonsense. I do understand that there comes a point where if you just receive a lot of it at once, regardless of whatever it's about, whether it's your looks, your content, how you talk, I don't know. I do understand how it can wear you down. And so far, all the negative comments I received in the past, I was able to brush them off, because I was like, you literally have no point to your comment. You want to call me cringe? Okay, well, at least I'm expressing myself. You don't have any videos to claim that you're better than me, so at least I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not hiding behind a screen. I do understand when larger creators or other people in general just say, like, when you get constant hate, it affects you. It's such a funny concept to me, because I don't like confrontation. I don't. And while on one hand, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't like confrontation. On the other hand, I'm also in this mindset. I kind of flip back and forth, but I get in this mindset of like, some people need to clap back to these assholes and show them that they can't go around bullying everybody, that not everyone's gonna take it, and they need a taste of their own medicine. And I go back and forth between these two, I don't even know what you call it. I don't want to say personalities. I don't think I have multiple personalities, but these two mindsets. And this is gonna sound so dumb, but I realized one of the reasons why I don't like the confrontation is because I feel like I'm getting in trouble. I've always had this thing growing up where I like cannot stand getting in trouble, and I'm not in school or anything, so I don't know why I still feel like that. But I feel like if I'm getting into an online argument, like, oh my God, someone's gonna like punish me for what I say, even though I'm standing up for myself or standing up for someone else. Maybe it's because of social media's guidelines. Maybe that's why I feel that way. But I mean, I just don't like confrontation in general, but also I do have that feeling of like, oh my God, if I like cross the line, if I don't watch what I say, I'm gonna get in trouble. I just had to go back and watch the clips to figure out what I wanted to touch base on later in the video, because I remember saying I want to touch base on that, but I couldn't remember what I was talking about. I know what I'm talking about now. My target audience. I kind of thought I knew, but I keep going back and forth with like, oh, I know who my target audience is. Oh, I don't know who my target audience is. And I feel like I'm just in the middle. I know the people who I can help the most probably to guide are gonna be probably those that are younger, like late teens, early 20s maybe. But then on the flip side, because I'm seeking that community, I'm seeking that feeling of like, oh, I'll just make my own community. I want people my age. And it's just like, I get conflicted on who I'm even supposed to be talking to. So then I'm just like, well, hopefully just anybody who likes me will follow and just like, be here. I was talking to Nico and I was telling him, there are like different positions. There are different ways you can position yourself in your videos. And he is very much the educator in his videos. It's all DIY. It's how to do blank. I came across a video that really explained it well, of like how to position yourself. And I don't want to be, they always say like, oh, position yourself as someone of authority in your niche. And I don't want to be authority. I want to be relatable. I want people to feel like they can relate to me, that they understand me, that I understand them, that they're not alone. I want to, and I guess this is where the whole audience thing comes into play. It's like, I kind of want to be a mentor to somebody. And I don't know if that's something I gotta deal with in my personal life, like in real life, or if that's a role to take in videos. I don't know if that's possible. That's where I get confused with who I'm supposed to be even talking to, because I feel like in general, anybody could potentially relate to all these topics that I have written, but also the wanting to mentor side is also like, okay, well, that's clearly gearing it more towards younger people younger than me who can learn from my experiences. I don't even know if that really ties in with this whole fear of success thing, or maybe it's just like part of the fear of being successful. Actually, it probably is, because that also means being successful means having a following of people who trust me. And this is one I just came up with now. I just realized now I'm scared of leading people astray. I'm scared of giving advice or not, I don't know, not understanding a situation when talking to people, or, you know, maybe your situation is not the exact same as my situation. Therefore, the experiences don't really line up. Therefore, the advice won't line up. I guess I'm scared of being wrong. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, I'm scared of being wrong, because everyone's going to be wrong. I don't have a problem with being wrong. I think I have issue with being wrong in terms of giving someone guidance or advice or whatever, and it affects them negatively. On the flip side, I suppose it could be argued, none of this is from a professional. None of this is professional advice. You know, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You are still in charge of whatever you choose to accept from me or any other video you watch. So I feel like this video started out with like me sharing why I'm afraid of being potentially successful, to like me just bearing my soul and you've become my therapist. I'm sorry if that's not what you were expecting. I wasn't expecting it. I will say I do feel better. I wouldn't say my fear of success is like gone, but the honesty, the transparency with you guys makes me feel better. And hopefully now I just won't hold myself back anymore, because I know I have been holding back. I know because of this fear of success, the fear of having an impact on people, I know I've been holding back. I know I've been creating excuses of like imposter syndrome. I mean, that's not really an excuse. I do go through it. I know that's what's been driving the imposter syndrome, and me stalling to film until the last minute, and me stalling to script until last minute, because I've been holding back. And I guess if there's anything you learned from this video, it's you just gotta face your fears. And how bad do you want it? Because I do want this channel to be successful. I do want the community, and I do want to make an impact and have a purposeful, meaningful life. So I guess it's just, how bad do you want it? And are you willing to fight through your insecurities, fight through your fear to get it?